Hello, everyone, and welcome to the CFO Insider. My name is Amy Brownell, and I am the founder of the CFO and Advisory Academy. I am here. I go live on YouTube, on Facebook, every single Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, to talk about all things CFO and advisory related. So today we've got a really great topic. We're going to be talking about why it is so important to qualify consultation calls, strategy calls, whatever you want to call them, calls before you get on the phone with them. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments, go ahead and drop them into the comment section. And while we're live here, I will get them answered for you. If you have a question after we're done, go ahead and drop them in the comment and I will answer them. I will make sure that you get an answer. Definitely want to make sure you get an answer. So, all right, let's get into this. Why is qualifying people before you get on the phone with them so critical? Well, the first reason is time. Time is our most valuable resource. It is more valuable than money. It is more valuable than leads. It is the one thing in life that is finite. You can always make more money. You can't always make more time. So every time you get on the call with someone who turns out to be unqualified, and when I say unqualified, I mean it isn't a good fit, or they don't have the same timeline as you, or they don't have the financial funds to invest in whatever it is that you're talking about, the CFO and advisory services. So if you think about getting on the call with someone who is unqualified, you're talking about prep time. You're talking about the fact that you have to get ready and be on camera. You're talking about the fact that if you're running these calls themselves, maybe they last 30 minutes or 45 minutes, maybe an hour. And if you spend that time on a call with someone who is not qualified, here's what you're doing. You're not going to talk them into it because they don't have the funds or they don't have the time. What's going to happen is that you're going to waste your own time that you could have spent on a candidate that does have the financials, does have the time, is a good fit. We want to make sure that you are spending time with the people who are ideal clients for your program. All right, the second reason you want to qualify people is that it protects your close rate. So if you think about what your close rate is it is the number of sales versus how many booked calls show up. So if you are booking calls with people who are unqualified, your close rate is going to be artificially low because you are getting no sales, but you've done the call. So if you think about it from that perspective, you are artificially decreasing your close rate. Now, you want to be on the phone with people who are similarly qualified. You want to make sure that they are the same quality, that they have all of the things, all of the components that your ideal client needs. So you want to make sure that when you're tracking your close rate, that you are on the phone with qualified people, and that if you are taking calls with unqualified people, it's really hard to determine whether or not your close rate is an actual close rate, meaning that it is based on the number of sales that you get for each call, or if it's something different, because you don't want that number artificially low. Ideally, you want that close rate to be as high as humanly possible. So definitely having unqualified calls reduces that number. So a third reason is that it protects the buyer, not just you. So when you think about it from the standpoint of, think about when you're on a call with someone and you listen to this long spiel, and at the end, it turns out that whatever it is that you're talking about, whatever they're trying to sell you, you just can't afford it. Think of how frustrated and angry you turn out to be. You start feeling resentful, and you start feeling like, why am I doing this? Why did I waste my time? So you want to be as upfront as possible with people who are unqualified. You want to reduce any risk of them asking for a refund or them leaving you a bad review. You want to make sure that you're steering people into a decision that is good for them. So that is a reason. Another reason is that it keeps your energy and your belief in your offer intact. I have been here. I have done sales calls with people who were unqualified. Maybe I tried to qualify them and they lied on their application, or they read it differently, whatever it is. But it is draining and demoralizing to be on a call with someone who you spend all of this time getting ready for a call. You spend this preparation, you spend time actually on the call, and then you hear, sorry, this isn't going to work. So it is a hit to your self-esteem, to your emotional self. Hearing a string of no's is not really about the offer. It's about the quality of the people that you're talking to. So I want you to keep that in mind. The second thing, the final thing actually, is that it creates a cleaner data set. So if you think about it from your funnel standpoint or from your sales process standpoint, you are trying to determine at different stages what is happening in your funnel. So what is happening in your sales process? Did you run an ad and they clicked on an ad, but for some reason they didn't opt into your thing? Or did they book a call and not show up? Or did they fill out an application but didn't book a call? Did they book a call and not close? So getting all of those metrics, it's important to have those metrics because that way you can track where people are falling off during the sales process. And then you can work to determine, okay, I know that people are filling out an application, but they're not booking a call. Why is that? And you can do some research to dig into why that is and see if you can solve that problem so you can increase that percentage. So having good, clean, accurate data helps you with your overall sales process. All right. So that is what I have for you today, how important it is to qualify people before you get on the phone with them. I don't want you to waste time on people who ultimately can't afford you. Maybe it's not the right time for them. Maybe they're just not a good fit. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say, you know what, I don't think this is the right fit. I don't think this is the right time. It is better to say that than have some very angry customer who now realizes they couldn't afford it or they don't have time to do it. And now they're looking for a refund. So that is that. Like I said, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to drop them into the chat. I will get you an answer after we're done here with the live. And remember, we go live here on YouTube and Facebook every single Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, to talk about all things CFO and advisory related. If you have questions about becoming a CFO advisor, a fractional CFO, we're going to use those terms interchangeably, go ahead and go to CFOadvisoryacademy.com. That's CFOadvisoryacademy.com. And you can take a look at my free training and schedule a call. We can talk about whether or not it is the right path for you. All right. I will see you guys next week for another edition of the CFO Insider. Have a good one.